Now, as we say here in the Harambe, Twinde, which means let's go. Well, drama everyone. My name is Renee, and I'm going to be your photo safari guide for the next 2 weeks through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. It was established back in 1971 to help protect local wildlife. Over the years, the animals have become less afraid of humans, which is great for us. Sometimes they get a little bit closer. They're protecting these animals from any potential threat. If at any point you notice an animal I'm not pointing out, feel free to shout out, let me know. You don't know the name? Left, right, it works. We'll be starting off in Little Aturi Forest. It's a forest, which means there's plenty of plant life and plenty of places for those animals to camouflage. So make sure those eyes are peeled and those cameras are ready. Welcome to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve.
Getting it right now.
Good eye on the right hand side. Look all the way back behind that tree stump. Those are okapi standing back there. If you get a glimpse of the okapi's legs, you'll notice they're covered in white stripes. And a lot of people think it's related to the zebra, but in truth, it's not related to the zebra whatsoever. It's not the only relative of the giraffe. And actually, when you get on the other side of that tree stump back there, you can see those legs I was talking about. And a lot closer to us here on the right hand side, these lighter brown animals are greater kudu. Looks like these are all female kudu, because males would have had huge horns and females don't have any at all.
Oh, wow.
Holes like these are important gathering spots here in the forest and our best chance of seeing rare animals like the black rhino. Keep an eye on the left and then look up, find a smooth rock, and you're looking at a black rhino.
I see it.
This is one of less than 5,000 black rhino left in the world today. 5,000 when we are their only threat. You know the reason the black rhino is hunted so heavily by poachers is the horn that is made out of the same exact material as your hair. So really, for no reason whatsoever. For the Salty River, our best chance of spotting hippos. Hippos like to keep cool during the day, so they'll typically stay in the water until evening.
Oh, there's like the water that the water died. The water.
Food all over the place, but they're not there.
And if you miss them on the right, also to your left. Also on the left, those pelicans are pink-back pelicans. Pink-back pelicans' backs will turn pink during mating season. You notice just behind the island that is a hippo. There you go. And back down. So you can stay underwater for up to 8 minutes before needing to come up for air. Look carefully, there are actually several hippos in the water. Despite being an herbivore, that hippo is one of the most dangerous animals in the world. See on the left, it look down. That is the Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile's jaw is powerful enough to crush the bones of their prey. They can stay underwater watching for their prey for up to 2 hours before needing to come up for air. If you think you're safe on land, no such luck. They can run at about 10 miles an hour. Oh, we're not going to get out of the forest, come into the savannah, check out our luck over here. One of the first things you'll probably notice is it appears a lot more open than what we've been seeing, but that does not mean it's any easier to find the animals. Some of them are really well adapted at camouflage in such an open environment, so you want to look just as carefully here. As I go down the hill, look on the right hand side, just past the grass, isn't in front of the trees, tiny little brown animals that are laying over there. Those are springbok. They are not babies, weighing no more than 100 pounds. They can spring more than 10 feet. This is one of my favorite views, the Serengeti grassland. They span for hundreds of miles. They act as a super highway for millions of animals each and every year. This is the wild Africa that we are working so hard to conserve. On the left, just about straight back from here, you find a bush, look around the bush, look for the black, the brown, a little bit of white. Those are dogs. Dogs. These are painted dogs. The painted dog is the most successful hunter in the world.
How do you eat the dog?
If you had trouble seeing the springbok earlier, they're more on the left and then on the right. The springbok give you a really good idea of how the perspectives of some of the animals that you're seeing. That springbok is actually about 3 feet tall. So imagine how big some of these other animals that you're seeing really are. They're just pretty high off the ground right now. All around those large mounds of earth are termite mounds. Termite mounds are as hard as concrete, often used by elephants as a scratching post. Also making use of those termite mounds are antelope. They can jump on top of them to watch for predators. On the right, the Collie cattle. Look at their horns. You see them? The Collie cattle is the only domesticated animal found here on the reserve, probably due to the fact that for many tribes here in Africa, they're considered to be a sign of wealth. What that means is that in these tribes, you don't use an Ankoli cattle for milk, you don't use them for meat. You are solely going to pamper them because the more you have, the wealthier you are. I want everyone to know how wealthier you are. As I turn on the right side, two different animals. The group of three animals. Gray animals at the top of the hill in a group. Those are white-bearded wildebeest. They're also known as new, that's G, and U, to the fact the sound they make sounds like new, new. Then there's a giraffe, and super hard to see. If you find that group of trees there, look in the bushes. I almost missed it myself, but there is a Patterson's eland standing there. A Patterson's eland is a large light brown animal. A male is going to weigh in at about 2,000 pounds and 6 foot tall. More giraffe to your left.
That's how big. Oh no, another one! Another one!
There's several giraffe there on the left if you look carefully. From what I'm seeing, it looks like these are all Maasai giraffe. You can determine what type of giraffe you're looking at by looking at their pattern. A Maasai giraffe has a dark brown pattern that almost looks like it was scribbled on. Born at 6 feet tall, the giraffe can reach up to 20 feet. But sometimes that's not quite tall enough, so they do have a tongue about 18 inches long to help them reach their feet really high up. Look very carefully on the left-hand side because this is Monkey Point, our best chance of spotting mandrills. The thing is, they are about the same color as the bark, so you look for shape, look for movement. They're pretty rarely seen because they're quite shy. Oh, that's a great sign. I'm starting to see a lot of red clay up ahead. Well, red clay is full of minerals that are beneficial to the health of the African elephant. So maybe we'll find Oh yeah, there definitely been some here recently. You can see those tusk marks from their flag for the elephant. On the left. This is a really great example of how even such a large animal can be quite well camouflaged. You probably noticed one or two of them. I've already spotted 4. There could be more than that. So look carefully, see what you can find.
I saw
Unfortunately, that African elephant is hunted pretty heavily. See the fact that both males and females have those ivory tusks. You know, not only do these elephants have to worry because of poaching, but there's also habitat loss and just general destruction. Pretty soon they may not even have a home to call their own. So at this time, researchers here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve are studying the vocal communication of the African elephant to better understand how it can protect its beautiful animal on the left. These flamingo are greater flamingo, the latest pink log flamingo. They're born gray due to eating brine, shrimp foods high in keratin. They turn whole area of the reserve needs to be completely covered with white rhino. I have put some up ahead on the right. You have to look super carefully or you will not see it. Look in the past the bushes. You see that lighter rock there? Past the bushes? Those are white rhino. They're a rare sight these days because of poachers. On the left, about halfway up the hill, laying down, looks like light brown logs. Those are actually cheetah. And on the right, you are going to get a better glimpse of the white rhino. Left cheetah, right white rhino on the right. Those cheetah are the only big cat that purrs.
I came from here, but I couldn't get on the camera.
You may have noticed something about that white rhino. It was not white. The white rhino actually gets its name from the Afrikaans word weit, which means wide. We think they're wide, broad mouth. They're actually the same color as the black rhino. This rock formation here on the left is called a kopie. Kopies are often used by lions to sunbathe on and to watch for prey, so keep an eye out. As I'm turning on the right-hand side, you can get another glimpse of some white rhino. Oh, and before the white rhino, just to the right of the white rhino is a brown animal with a little bit of white on the face. That's a bontebok. Bontebok are no longer found in the wild, only in reserves like this one now. Still there on the right is the zebra and the ostrich. Going on over to the right-hand side and to the opposite of the kopies is the lion. The way they say lion in Swahili, Simba.
20 hours of sleep,
Right. That's right. 20 hours of sleep for that lion every day. Well, that lioness is the one that has to go out hunting.
What a life.
Over to the left-hand side is a warthog. Warthogs can run at speeds of 35 miles an hour. Going on the left and right side, there are more ostrich. On the right, you'll find ostrich eggs, and also on the right, you'll find the zebra.
I did get the zebras. Not the ostrich eggs.
There they are.
Oh, see the eggs? They're bright yellow.
Are those real eggs?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
The ostriches don't have to worry about watching those eggs too much. That is because they are quite hard to crack, literally. A human male, adult male that is, could stand on one of those ostrich eggs and it will not crack. Yep.
Wow.
As As for the zebra, they might have looked pretty easy going in docile, but they can take care of themselves. As a matter of fact, they can use those hind legs to kick and break the jaw of the attacking lion. If you look carefully enough at the zebra, you can actually tell them apart. That's because no two zebras have exactly the same pattern. It's one of the human fingerprint. Every pattern is unique to that individual. Top of the hill on the left-hand side, get a good look at the scimitar horned oryx. Because you will probably never see one again. They are on the verge of extinction. They are not just endangered, they are critically endangered. It's unacceptable. On the right, those storks with the yellow bills next to the water are yellow-billed storks. Yellow-billed storks like frogs, fish, snakes, and other small birds. We saw lots of animals. We saw crocodiles and giraffes, we saw cats, we saw dogs, and we saw many, many more. And the reason to see all these beautiful animals today is due to the fact that researchers like this have been created to help protect these animals from poaching. It is our goal that both humans and animals will live in harmony. I do want to thank everyone today for helping to protect our precious wildlife. But keep in mind that no matter where you live, you can conserve wildlife and wild habitat. If you're interested in other animal encounters while in Africa, may I suggest going on the Ngani Forest Trail, where you can see animals you didn't see today, like the gorilla or the naked mole rock. That trail is also known as the Gorilla Falls Trail. Or keep in mind, no two safaris are ever the same, because you never know who, what, or where you'll see them. So you might just want to go on another safari. Once again, my name is Renee. Thanks for having joined me. I won't say goodbye, but it's Swahili phrase, which means to go well, and that is kwaherini. So kwaherini, everyone.